Hey, what's going on, guys? I want to talk about the new Lucio, and I had the wrong initial impressions. I probably just didn't look over it correctly, but this guy is way stronger, and not way stronger in what he already was doing, but now he's stronger in a different way. Before, he was very good with dive comp and also these variations of people engaging, but now he's very good at kind of these death ball or even triple tank now. Kind of triple tank has been revitalized, and if you've watched tournaments or recent events that have had this new Lucio, who is a much stronger character, you'll see that he's just kind of slowly taking over the meta. He might be the next best support. He and Ana are probably up there. Lucio before was just used because he had great utility, good ultimate, and good speed boost. But now he's actually a very competent healer, and he also has a lot more kill potential, believe it or not. And he gets his ultimate significantly faster when he already has one of the stronger ultimates in the game. So when we go over the things, so let's just kind of go from the negatives that he achieved, and he only actually got one small nerf, which was very it's not a small nerf, it's a pretty sizable nerf. It third the size of his area of effect radius. If you notice in the crossfade section down in the bottom right of the video, the area of effect radius has been decreased from 30 meters to 10 meters. So, and also you get to see the circle. This kind of means that now you have to play really close to the team, kind of put Lucio in danger now when he's healing. Also, people who are fighting on the edges, your divers and stuff who engage in the back line, they can't get healed. So that was kind of the concept, I'm assuming, of what they wanted to nerf about him, and they thought that would be appropriate. And then they also nerfed the healing, self-healing that he has by a little amount. So overall, I think they were saying, okay, he puts himself at risk and he can't really heal himself. But they did an appropriate change. They compensated a nerf with a minor buff or minor alteration to some other ability, which is generally the appropriate thing to do. But they did to a lot of things. So let's just talk about his gun. So his normal shot has been increased. It says 25% increased damage, but that means 80 damage to 100 damage. Now, that's what it was before. So he actually has a lot more damage potential, and he just helps take down shields a little bit faster. That's not really a big deal. It's not something to complain about. His projectile speed is faster. So overall, it does help with his kill potential and his damage. So if you're a good Lucio and you know how to do damage and get in there, then you're actually going to be a lot more effective in combat and dueling. So I'm not saying you're going to win those duels. You're not going to be an amazing edge tracer, but it gives you a lot more of a fighting chance, and you're a lot stronger. You're just going to hurt just way more. So overall, that's actually a pretty surprising buff. I think I understand that since they want Lucio to be more close quarters. They want him to have more of a fighting chance, but already that's pretty important. So projectile speed and damage increase, pretty effective tools. The next tool going forward is the alternate fire, his knockback, and now has a vertical orientation when knocking back targets. This is an incredible buff. A lot of the play of the games you've already seen in the last few days in tournaments, for inside the tournaments or even just in games I've been watching, he can knock people over fences. They get launched back a lot farther now. It's pretty insane actually how effective it is. It feels nicer as Lucio because there's so many maps like on Well or something where you try and knock someone back and they move half a foot. It feels like there's a consistent distance now of knockback. So that is it's a good feeling, but it's a sizable buff, in my opinion, because now it's a lot more controllable and you can also just kind of guarantee those kills and knocking them into the pit. So there's that. So overall, his weapon is significantly stronger and the knockback. Now talking about one of the bigger buffs that he got is the heal song. So now the heal has been increased by 30% on both the passive and also on the amplification. So it's 30% both ways. And this is kind of what's enabling triple tank again. Before, they already nerfed the heal by a tiny amount because, it was so effective at healing and things were staying up just across, and it was on a large distance. But now that it's a controlled distance and you need people to clump up, you're going to see triple tanks like Roadhog, Zarya, Reinhardt, or Diva, and you go in there, and we're going to see that again. We're going to see it because he's going to actually be able to keep the tanks up now. And remember, he's not healing himself, he's healing up the tank. So, and because of this, since he actually does more damage and more healing, this is kind of a hidden buff for his ultimate. He gets his ult about I think about 20% faster. Don't quote me on that, but he gets it significantly faster. You get your ults a lot of times in these fights. Already in this game that you're watching, I got my ultimate before like 30% was hit by the accumulation of both teams, and I wasn't even playing the best with Lucio. I was just testing him out and see what to try in these high master and low grandmaster games. So that's just an insane buff. So overall, this is a crazy buff. He gets his ult significantly faster. He can keep up his team. He can run triple tank. It seems like this is actually going to cause a meta shift into the game. And also, he's a lot more effective on maps like Sanctum, Well, all that. So he has his ult up more often. This is going to actually really harm characters like Genji, because now that since Lucio will have his ult more up more often, Genji's ult is going to be less effective, and so we're going to just see kind of things move along this way in my opinion. Some quality of life things they did is movement speed is increased while wall riding, and he gets a speed boost when he leaps off a wall. That's just nice things. It helps with survivability if you're good at wall riding, and also if you're jumping off things. So this is kind of the nice thing about this patch for Lucio is it seems like they're promoting a lot of if you're a skilled Lucio, if you're good at landing your shots, if you're, just good at leaping off walls and wall riding, then you know you're going to come out on top at the end of the day. So that is kind of Lucio in a net. So overall, I was wrong on my initial impressions when I saw the patch. I tried them out, and I don't know why I just didn't see it here in these patch notes. This is an insane buff, even though Blizzard wrote out that they wanted to nerf him and bring him down to size because of his high pick rate. His pick rate is going to either remain the same or possibly even go up a tiny bit. It should. This guy is amazing. Lucio is super strong, and you guys should probably pick him yourself. So thank you guys for watching the video. Believe it or not, this round that you see us losing, we end up winning. I don't even know why I'm commentating on the game. But yes, like the video if you like my videos. Subscribe to the channel if you also like my videos. And until then, thank you guys. Let me know what videos you want to see in the future. Goodbye.